You've been lied to your entire life. If you dig straight down through the earth, you do not end up in China. And I'm about to show you where you actually end up, and most of you are going to be pissed. Welcome to Happy Day, where every day we learn something that'll blow your mind. I'm your host, and today we're destroying the biggest geography myth of all time. Spoiler alert, 85% of you are drowning in the ocean. Okay, so let's talk about what these opposite points are actually called, antipodal points. If you stuck a giant needle straight through Earth's center, where it pops out on the other side, that's your antipode. Pretty simple concept. Now this whole digging to China thing, it's been a saying in America forever. It started as a figure of speech. China was the most distant place from the Western world, so dig to China just meant dig really, really far. But somehow everyone started believing it was literally true. Time to destroy that fantasy. Let's start with the United States, because this is where it gets absolutely hilarious. New York City, 8 million people in Manhattan. You start digging down, and you pop out in the Indian Ocean. West of Australia, middle of nowhere. Not China, not even close to China. You're just treading water, probably about to be shark food. Los Angeles, Indian Ocean again. Near Madagascar this time, still drowning. Chicago, Indian Ocean. Miami, Indian Ocean. Seattle, Indian Ocean. Every major U.S. city, Indian Ocean. In fact, the entire United States has its antipode in the ocean. Not one single spot hits land. Zero. The whole country. Your childhood dream of digging to China? Completely dead. But wait, here's the funniest part. You want to know where you can actually dig to China from? Argentina. Yeah, South America. If you're in Buenos Aires and you dig straight down, you pop out near Shanghai. That's literally the only place in the Americas where the myth works. So unless you're Argentinian, you've been living a lie. Now here's why this happens, and the math is actually wild. Earth is 71% water, right? But here's the kicker. Most of Earth's land is in the northern hemisphere. Like 68% of all land is north of the equator. The southern hemisphere? Basically just ocean. 81% water down there. So when you flip the northern hemisphere to find what's opposite, you're flipping to the southern hemisphere, which is just water. Everywhere. That's why only 15% of Earth's land has more land on the other side. 15%. The other 85%? Ocean. You're swimming. Okay, what are the actual land-to-land connections? There's barely any, and they're random as hell. The biggest one? Spain and New Zealand. Madrid to Auckland. You go from Spanish culture to Maori culture. 12,000 miles straight through the earth. That's pretty much the major populated land-to-land pair on the planet. Now let me hit you with the weirdest ones, because this is where it gets absolutely insane. Hawaii. Paradise. Beaches. Sunshine. Perfect weather. You dig down from Honolulu. Botswana. The Kalahari Desert. Middle of landlocked Africa. You go from the Pacific Ocean to one of the driest places on the continent, from tropical paradise to desert wasteland. Earth is trolling Hawaii. The Maldives, those luxury resorts where you pay $1,000 a night for an overwater bungalow. You dig through your fancy infinity pool, and you pop out in the middle of the Pacific Ocean. Not near any island, just completely open water. You're 1,000 miles from Ecuador. Good luck swimming that. Singapore. 6 million people, insane skyscrapers, one of the most high-tech cities on the planet. You dig down, Amazon rainforest in Ecuador. You go from concrete jungle to actual jungle, from the future to prehistoric wilderness. The universe has jokes. Australia. This one kills me. The entire Australian continent, every single city, has its antipode in the Atlantic Ocean. Sydney, Atlantic. Melbourne, Atlantic. Perth, Atlantic, the whole country. And get this, Australia is surrounded by the Pacific and Indian Oceans. But when you dig through, you hit the Atlantic, the one ocean they're not touching. Geography is straight up mocking them. Japan, Tokyo, megacity, bullet trains, technology everywhere. You dig straight down, Uruguay, cattle ranches and countryside in South America. You go from the most high-tech place on Earth to farmland. Random as hell, but it's one of the only island-to-land connections that exists. My absolute favorite, the Philippines. 7,000 islands, completely surrounded by water everywhere you look. You dig down from Manila, Bolivia. Landlocked Bolivia, zero ocean access. You go from maximum ocean to literally no ocean. The irony is beautiful. Now here's something crazy to think about. If you could actually dig through Earth, which you can't because the core would vaporize you instantly, but if you made a tunnel and jumped in, what happens? You'd fall, accelerating faster and faster until you hit Earth's core, going 18,000 miles per hour. Then you'd start slowing down because gravity pulls you back. And with no air resistance, you'd pop out the other side at exactly zero speed, just for a second, then fall right back down. You'd bounce back and forth forever like a human pendulum. Each trip takes 42 minutes. But in reality, the core is 10,800 degrees Fahrenheit, hot as the sun's surface. You'd be ash before you got halfway. So maybe don't try this. All right, bottom line, where would you end up if you dug straight down right now? If you're in North America, Europe, most of Asia, Australia, or most of Africa, you're drowning. That's it. That's the answer. If you're in Spain, Argentina, or maybe one or two other lucky spots, you might hit land. But statistically, you're swimming. The digging to China myth is dead, buried, ironically in the ocean. The only people who can dig to China are already in South America. Everyone else has been believing a complete lie. Here's your homework. Go to antipodesmap.com. It's a real site. Type in your exact location and see where you'd actually pop out. I'm betting 90% of you see nothing but blue ocean. And when you find out, come back and comment your city and your result. Let's see how many of us are drowning together. If this destroyed your childhood, hit that like button. Subscribe to Happy Day for more mind-blowing facts that'll make you question reality. And remember, knowledge is power, even when that knowledge is that you drown. Catch you in the next one.